Hi guys, welcome back. Let's just get straight into the book. Let's kick off now.
Done. Go.
If I work out what your mum said, will you tell me if I'm right?
Said Lexington. Ignoring her request, Melaleuca shuffled over to where Quixote had been playing.
Oh nice, he has gone back.
Said Lexington.
Back where?
Said Melaleuca.
To our house, look.
Melaleuca pointed at his toy man. In the dirt, made out of sticks and stones, Quixote had fashioned a small valley complete with a poor replica of their house and their foxholes. 3 small figures stood around the foxholes, while a lone figure stood facing oodles of small sticks. The sticks had badly drawn, bearded faces on them.
He thinks he has powers.
Melaleuca said.
Come on, we have to get Ari and stop Quixote.
She walked back, reached into her foxhole and grabbed her camouflage neck, bundling it around her shoulders. She pulled out a sharp, stout-pointed stick and hauled some rope out as well. Lexington studied it, puzzled.
Wait, why rope? And why the sticks? Did you make it? How come I don't have one?
Melaleuca brandished the stick at Lexington.
Take it. Go on. When we play, you detest such things.
Lexington screwed her face up in reply.
What has got into you?
Melaleuca tapped one of the cards in Lexington's hands.
I feel things are about to change, and I trust that feeling. So come on.
She turned and headed into the forest, muttering. Lexington trotted after her.
Where's Quixote? Well, I have warned them. Let's see what trouble he creates now.
Melaleuca stopped and ran back toward Lexington.
On the second thought, stay here in case Quixote or Ari comes back, so you can tell them where I've gone.
Argus's eyes widened in awe. More than 30 oversized Moreton Bay fig trees spread out before him. Large tortured roots erupted out of their base, spreading like twisted elephant legs frozen in time. Gargantuan branches leapt from tree to tree and formed gnarled bridges between each of their massive trunks. Despite his urgency, he walked slowly beneath them and stared up puzzled. Under one tree rested a replica of a pirate ship, and a mini stone castle sat underneath another one, reaching high into the branches. Between all the trees, rope gangways were slung, with ropes and rope ladders hanging down from huts built into the upper branches. Flying foxes, wooden gangways, slides, swings, monkey bars, roughly shaped cars made out of tree logs and toys lay scattered around, and a real plane lay wedged high up in the branches of another tree. A graveyard silence clung to them, as if they'd been suddenly abandoned. Argus had seen similar secret training grounds for soldiers and terrorists hidden deep in the jungles, though without the toys. He pushed on and broke into a pensive trot. Why would they need such a playground? Ask them no questions, he'd been instructed. Tell them nothing, follow this strictly. Why? What was so special about them? An uneasy feeling curdled inside him. Gun smoke curled into his nostrils, and he dreaded the worst. He picked up his pace and dashed out of the trees, spying an unwelcome sight. Across the small open valley lay another copse of large Moreton Bay fig trees, and beneath them lay the smouldering rubble of a house, faintly outlined against blackened tree trunks. Fearing the worst, and feeling exposed, he ran toward it, darting his head left and right, checking for movement. He reached instinctively over his shoulder for his rifle, but only felt his pack. He cursed. There'd been no time to grab anything else. He slipped his hand inside his jacket and touched the hilt of his pistol, though he knew it would be of little use against whatever destroyed the house. Shrouded in a thin haze of smoke, he finally stood under the canopy of the great trees. He crouched beneath one of them and listened, gaining his breath. Like a spent volcano dying away, smoke wafted up from the remains of the demolished house. What should have been a simple extraction now became complicated. He would have to sift through the rubble and check the cousins were not dead. Perimeter check first. He trod wide around the crumpled house, sweeping the area for signs of others. Nothing human stirred, though he stayed on guard. A half-burnt sign lay strewn on the ground, and large letters in a child's handwriting splayed across it the words, "Play is forever. Play never ends. True learning starts and ends with play. Fun is the key." Gibberish. Child's words for a child's world, thought Argus. So that's this session done. So if you don't want to hear our discussion about it, click off right now and just jump to the next video.
Yeah.
Argus has found like this amazing playground in the middle of nowhere.
Are you sure it's not the cousin's house?
Well, the strange thing is, he thought he's seen a training ground like that for soldiers, So, you know, the cousins' parents have attacked.
Soldiers.
For soldiers, yeah. So who knows? What are the cousins actually being trained for?
Oh, Coyote's gone missing.
Well, we still haven't found out what's happened to Quixote. So if you want to find out what happened to Quixote, you got to check with the next video, because hopefully that's going to carry on talking about what's happened to Quixote. And of course,
And get the link if you haven't already.
for the free ebook.
Not paper book, but
Not paper book.
but you can buy that one.
You can buy the paper book, but that's not free. Cool. See you in the next video.
Ciao.
Ciao.